Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Managerial Accounting. This is the seated course for spring of 2024. Please note that we will meet most Wednesdays in the Business and Nursing Department, room 200, from 10 until 11:50. The seated class, I expect your attendance. I will be taking attendance each week. Once the 10 o'clock time has arrived, that is when attendance will be taken, and anyone who is after that time won't be counted as present. No, there is not extra credit in this class. However, if I do see that you have a significant amount of attendance, I'm a little more apt to adjust your grade at the end if you're sitting on the border. One thing I do want to show you quick is that we will have class the first 4 weeks of the semester. In week 5, when there is the try exam, the first exam, we will not have class that week. Then we will have class for 4 more weeks, weeks 6, chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then there will be a spring break. And then in week 11, the week right after the spring break, will be the second try exam where there will not be class. So I just want you to be familiar with that. The other item that I want you to be aware of is the week 16. That will be a Zoom class conducted that week. So we will be having class most of the time, but there are a few exceptions to the guidelines there. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Now, in terms of the class, I do want to get in here so you can have an understanding of let me see where you're at. For those of you who are looking at this from the Managerial Accounting online class for spring, please note I'm just showing this through the seated class, but everything is going to be the same. You will not be meeting in person. Know that right when you enter the classroom, the first thing you will see are announcements. Please pay attention to these announcements. Really important, because this is a great way for you to understand the messages and the announcements that I post each week. For you to have access to your grades, you will see your grades through assessments and the grade section. Know that all of the assignments will be completed through McGraw-Hill Connect. And usually it will take a day or two for those grades to transfer over. One thing that I want you to know are your Excel assignments that you will be doing. I must manually grade them. So you will not receive a grade for a couple days after those Excel assignments have been completed. No, they are not automatically submitted. I have to go in there and personally grade them. So please be patient on that. I try to get them done within the week. Sometimes I'm quicker than other times, but know that those grades may look low until I actually get in there and do the grading of those quizzes. Okay, so I wanted to go back and show you the highlight of most of your material will be through materials and the content section. In the content section, the first thing you will see in the welcome to class is the syllabus. And we'll go over that. And then each week, I have it broken down by week and the materials that are covered. So for example, in week 1, you will have the PowerPoint for those of you who are interested in that. For the online class, you will have a lecture here. In the seated class, you will see this lecture. However, in class, you will have a live lecture. And those live lectures I will upload to both classes on Wednesdays. Know that each week you will complete a chapter review. The first week, the chapter review is due on Monday evening. After that first week, the chapter review is always due on Thursday evenings. Apart from week 1, they will always be due on Thursday evenings. The chapter reviews are 10% of your grade. You will have an Excel assignment to complete for the first 12 chapters. The Excel, I'm going to go through exactly how this is done because so many people do it incorrectly. So I'm going to take a moment and show you. The Excel assignment each week has information. Now, let me get in here, preview. Each week it will have information. For example, this week it shows download the Excel form. So I am going to open this form, and the first thing I want you to be aware is that the first thing I want you to do is enable the editing, and I want you to save this file as Shoemake Nancy, or if your name is Rachel Hanson, Hanson Rachel, Chapter 1 Excel. And you save it. Make sure that you change the file name. So if it's in week 2, you're going to make it Shoemake Nancy or Hanson Rachel, Chapter 2 Excel. Please make sure you do it that way each time. So I am in this format. And it will tell me, if I get back in here, it will say, download the Excel form. Enter formulas in all cells that contain question marks. For example, in cell C18, enter the formula equals B6. After entering formulas in all the cells that contain question marks, verify that the dollar amounts in both the traditional and contribution format income statements match the numbers in Exhibit 1-7 in your book. So I'm just going to spend time doing this so you understand exactly what is expected of you. So here, what we'll do, the sales, I'm going to show the sales need to be equal B4. The cost of goods sold, I'm going to show equal B6. The gross margin is going to be sales minus cost of goods sold, which is $6,000. Okay? The selling and administrative expenses, the selling expenses will equal the variable selling plus the fixed selling. The administrative expenses will equal the variable administrative expenses plus the fixed administrative expenses. The total expenses here will be a combination of these two cells. The net operating income will be our gross margin minus our selling and administrative expenses, or $1,000. Okay? Now, they want me to put in the correct formulas for the contribution format statement. Again, sales are here. Variable expenses, cost of goods sold, here. Variable selling, variable admin, I'm doing an equal sign, variable admin, and then I'm going to total these variable expenses. Whoops. Let me just do this. The contribution format is going to be my sales minus those variable expenses. Okay. Then as I move on, it wants me to figure out here's the fixed selling, the fixed admin, and the net operating income will be the contribution margin minus our fixed expenses. Okay? So I went through, and everything that had a question mark, I looked at it. Now it says, then, check your worksheet by making sure it matches the numbers in Exhibit 1-7. So you can go to the book to make sure that everything matches. Then it says, check your worksheet by changing the variable selling cost in the data area to $900. So I have to change the variable selling cost in this worksheet to $900. Okay? And do you see when I did that, it changed all my net operating income to $700. So I changed it in the data section. Then it says to me, keep all the other data the same. If your worksheet is operating properly, the net operating income under the traditional format and the contribution should now be $700, and the contribution margin should now be $4,700. The contribution margin you see here is $4,700. It goes on to say, if you did not get these answers, find the errors in your worksheet and correct them. Save your completed Excel form to the computer and upload it here by clicking Browse. Next, click Save. You must know you have to do this section. And then once I have these new figures in here, it is at that time I am going to save this worksheet and I am going to upload it so I can be graded on it. No, if you only did step 1 and did not do step 2, you will not get credit for this assignment. Please, I'm going through this so you understand clearly. You don't just go through the questions, where the question marks are, and do that portion. You must also, in every one of these Excels, do this next step. Okay? It's just really important. So you will then go and upload the full file. I can't do it in here because I'm in the instructor section, but you will upload the file. Then there will always be another section that now change, in this case, change all of the dollar amounts in the data area on your worksheet so it looks like this. If your formulas are correct, you should get the correct answer and they're basically asking you, enter this new data into your worksheet. Make sure you enter all the new data, not just the sales. What is the gross margin now? The net operating income? The contribution margin? So know that this second section is for you to submit here. But to complete this first section, make sure you submit the answer after you have done this portion here. Also, save it as an Excel. Do not save it as a PDF. Do not save it as any type of Apple form document. You have to save it as an Excel for me to grade it. So many students in the past have saved it and I can't open it. So it's really important that you save it as an Excel so I can see your work. As you move on to this second section, this will automatically be graded, but know in this section, they're going to have you change formats and then they're going to have you answer some questions here, okay? That then will be graded, but I will be required to open this file for you and grade that section. So I just want you to understand that. That's why I've gone to length to explain it to you, so you can comprehend that. Now moving on, the homework is unlimited time, unlimited opportunities. You can work with one another. I will have discussion boards. If you have questions about the homework, you post it into the discussion board. Do not email me for an answer for your homework. You need to work with the other students. Stuart, the accounting tutor, and I will be in the discussions throughout the week to look at questions and help you guys, guide you through them. But the key here is to work together to help get the answers you need. Each quiz will contain 10 multiple choice. You have 2 opportunities to complete the quiz, and you have 60 minutes to complete each time you do the quiz. The best score is what will always be calculated. It's never an average. It will be the best score that flows back to D2L. Okay? So know each week you will have the review. You will have the Excel that you need to adjust and change. Along with that second section, you will have homework and you will have a quiz. Know this is a 4-credit class. This is a tough course. I anticipate you're going to spend between 10 and 12 hours in this course. Maybe less for some weeks, maybe more. But plan on that because it does require a lot of attention. Hence, that is why, I do not allow for any late assignments. I do not allow for any makeup work. If you don't stay on top of this course every single week, you're just not going to make it. Okay? Again, each week, it will be shown in D2L separate. In week 5 will be the first try exam. I will have a study guide for you, and the study guide will go through questions similar. I don't know why this is showing up, and I'm so sorry. It will show you questions similar along with the answers. So you will be able to have an opportunity to gain an insight as to the various types of questions you may see on the exam, and this gives you the solutions here, okay? You will not have these specific questions, but they are similar to these. So you will have that in each of the try exams. You will have a study guide. You will have a discussion so you can work with other students regarding questions. and then you will have a link to the exam. Once you begin the exam, you have one opportunity, 3 hours, so make sure you do not click on it until you are ready to complete the exam. This exam generally opens on the Wednesday through that Monday. It looks here, I have it started on that Sunday, but I commit to everyone it will be at least Wednesday through that Monday. Okay? In week 10, we have spring break. There is no class that week. Then when you come back from spring break in week 11, that is when the second try will be completed. As far as the syllabus goes, I do want to address this. The syllabus is really the best way for you to know everything about this class. It will show you my office hours. I'm on Zoom every Sunday night from 6 to 8 and other times by appointment. Please know some people will try to email me and say, I need to meet you this afternoon. Give me a couple days heads up, please. But I am always available Sunday nights from 6 to 8. Email is the best way to communicate with me. When you send me an email, please make sure you put your full name in the subject along with the class you're in. So if you're in Managerial Accounting, 2126, 01 for seated, 51 for the online, okay? This class basically here will show you 10% of your assessments are based on the reviews. Now, your chapter reviews are an easy A. You can drop the 2 lowest grades. Apart from week 1, they will always be due on a Thursday evening. Your chapter excels. You will have 12 of them. You can drop the lowest 2, and I'm going to grade you on 10 Excel assignments. The chapter quizzes, there will be 13 quizzes. We'll drop the lowest 2, which will give you 11 quizzes. And the same as with the homework. You'll have 13 assignments, and I will drop the lowest 2. So your quizzes are worth 25%, your homework is worth 20%, and each of the exams is worth 10% for a total of 30%. I don't allow for any late assignments, for any makeup work. I hold pretty firm to this. That is why I allow you to have 2 drops for reviews, Excels, homework, and quizzes. So don't ask, please, because I'm not going to grant it. As far as the extra credit, there is no extra credit in this class. But if I see that you participate in the discussions, or for those that have seated classes that you attend, that matters to me. I do keep track of that. As far as non-attendance, if in week 1 you do not submit either the quiz or the homework, you will automatically be dropped from this class, period. And throughout the semester, any student that does not complete an assignment or a quiz over a 2-week period will automatically be dropped from the class. It must be a passing assignment. If you fail the assignment, you will still be dropped from the class. If you've missed 2 weeks and only completed 1 assignment over that 2-week period, you're not going to pass. Okay? So that's why I hold firm to this, because it's not to be mean or difficult. It's a tough class, and it's the only way to keep you on your toes. Okay? Those people that possibly have a religious holiday that can conflict with this course, please let me know. I do only send emails to your Anoka Ramsey email account. So make sure you retrieve it, that you have access to that email, and that you check it several times throughout the week. If there is an active military and this course can interfere with your active military, please let me know. I appreciate your service. As a school, we are here to support you and help you succeed despite any type of military training and duties you have. One thing that's really important is this diversity and inclusion section that I'm going to read. It's the intent of the college that students from all diverse backgrounds and perspectives be well served by this course. Students' learning needs be addressed both in and out of class, and that the diversity that the student brings to this class be viewed as a resource, strength, and a benefit. It's my intent to present materials and activities that are respectful of diversity, gender, identity, sexuality, disability, age, socioeconomic status, ethnicity, race, nationality, religion, and culture. No, everybody is equal in this course. I will treat you with the utmost of respect, and I expect you to also do the same with everyone else. In this day and age, guys, with so much chaos in this world, one thing is going to be for sure. My classrooms are going to be one of safety and respect, and you are all welcome here. I appreciate that in this country we have the ability to make choices, and those choices need to be respected by each of us. Even though we don't agree or we don't understand, we can still treat each other with equality and respect. Okay, so that's just really important to me, and it's important to me that you understand from my standing how I'm going to treat you and how I expect you to treat others. Tutoring. We have the most amazing tutor, Stuart Rowe. He is full-time just to help you guys. If you have a question, you ask him, you set up an appointment with him. He has openings in the school and also via Zoom. Use him, guys. He's great. He knows what he's doing, and he is a great resource for you. Now, here is the breakdown of what is due each week. If you have any doubts, check on this. Guys, sometimes I do make mistakes. I don't mean to, but I do. But check on this. This is what we go by. Okay? So I hope this has been helpful. After this, I do have a quiz, a welcome to class quiz you need to complete to make sure that you understand all the expectations of this course before you begin the week. For those of you in the seated class, please complete this before you show up to class on Wednesday. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions on this, please email me.